Hey there, everybody, and welcome. Today, I'm going to be presenting round 2 of the sample playthrough of Yedo that I started in part 1 of this video. So now we're in round 2, and I'm starting off with something I actually cut out of my previous video at the tail end because I wasn't sure if I was going to be presenting additional rounds, additional videos. Remember, at the start of every bidding phase, each player can decide whether or not they want to egress or drop out of that bidding phase, in which case they can earn 3 mon. Now, if you come into the bidding phase with fewer than 3 mon, for all intents and purposes, you're forced to egress because you can't possibly win a bid. The minimum bid across all the assets is 3 mon. But if you come into the bidding phase with 3 or 4 or maybe even 7, 8, or 9, you may decide that competition's going to be too fierce and you'd rather take the 3 mon as opposed to participating in any auction. Well, that's the situation that Blue is faced with here. Blue is depressed. He's paying the price of only taking 1 green mission during setup in the previous video in round 1. And now he only has 4 mon to his name and has only completed 1 mission so far, kill the Draper's son. Now, generally speaking, you don't want to focus too much on green missions because they just don't provide the kinds of rewards you would normally expect when you graduate up into yellow or more complex missions. However, you need those few green missions at the start just to get some money. And unfortunately, that's what Blue didn't do. While everyone else has money ranging from 19 to 32 mon, Blue is paying the price and is suffering for it. So Blue can choose at this point to drop out of the bidding phase and take 3 mon and at least come into round 2 with 7 mon. But Blue thinks that they can hold out, not bid in any auction, and if they're the last auctioneer, they can simply place here and take a green mission, actually a choice of 3 green missions. So that's what Blue's planning to do. They are not going to drop out of the bidding phase. They're going to just hope that they can sort of sail through and be the last auctioneer to go. So they're going to say no. And now Red is at the top of the turn order and is very happy to be the starting player. He's going to employ green strategy and put an annex up for bid. Red only has 2 disciples. They haven't gotten a specialist yet, so really this is the auction that they're most interested in, but they want to try to weed out the competition and get them to drop out of the bidding phase so that they can have less competition to deal with in bidding for this weaponsmith, who has a special ability that allows you to have 5 weapons on your player board in your clan house instead of 4. Before I continue with the bidding phase, however, I do want to go into more detail regarding the annexes. I'm not sure I spent enough time in my last video talking about what the special abilities of each of the annexes were. So I want to just spend a little time right now to do that. So with the Yashiki Mansion, you can activate a disciple on the Yashiki Mansion that you place during the assignment phase that would allow you to discard any uncompleted mission card from your hand and then draw a new mission card of any type from any deck to replace it. Its passive ability is a disciple placed on that annex can be returned during the action phase in exchange for a virtual geisha. If you need a geisha or a second geisha to complete a mission and you previously placed a disciple on your Yashiki Mansion, when you're ready to complete that mission, you can return that disciple from the mansion back to your clan house and have 1 extra geisha to work with. You don't actually get a physical geisha, but you have a geisha that you can use just to complete that mission. Then there's the dojo. You can place a disciple on it during the assignment phase and activate that disciple during the action phase to discard one of your weapons and draw a new one to replace it. Passively, during each preparation phase, as I've already mentioned, Players who own a dojo can gain 1 mon from the bank. Next, we have the Karasansui, the Sacred Garden. You can place a disciple there during the assignment phase and activate it during the action phase to perform any foresight action of your choice, be it weapons, action cards, bonus cards. Any foresight action you could take anywhere else, you can perform using a Sacred Garden. Passively, if you have a disciple on your Sacred Garden, during the action phase, when you're ready to complete a mission, you can return that disciple from your secret garden back to your clan house in exchange for a virtual blessing. Again, you don't actually get a real blessing, but you have a blessing for purposes of completing that mission. Lastly, the weapons school. You can place a disciple on the weapons school during the assignment phase and then activate it during the action phase to discard one of your action cards and draw a new action card to replace it. Passively, each weapon you buy at the weapons market costs you 3 mon less. So instead of paying 6 mon for these 2 weapons, you're paying 3, and instead of paying 8 mon over here, you're paying 5. Okay, so given all that, it's now Red's turn to choose an asset up for auction. As I mentioned, they really want to get this weaponsmith, and however, they don't want to auction it off until they try to get a couple other players out of the bidding phase. So they're going to start by putting an annex up for bid. Now the minimum bid is 5, and green can very quickly see that red only has 2 disciples, so green knows exactly what red is trying to do, and therefore doesn't want to bid too high for an annex. However, they wouldn't mind having a Sacred Garden over here to complete the bonus for this green mission. They don't want to bid too high, however. They're willing to go up to 11. That's the price of building an annex in the tavern. Remember, the adjusted value of an annex is probably higher than that because if you get it during the bidding phase, you're not using a worker to procure it. So they're going to bid 11 and turn it over to purple. Purple would like a weapons school to get the bonus for this mission. And over here, they need a Sacred Garden in order to complete the bonus for this mission. So they're interested. However, they want to get their green missions completed this round if possible. And in order to complete this green mission, they need a katana. So they're really looking to get a katana. Now, if they bid 12 for this annex, it's going to leave them with 7 mon. So until they complete this mission, they're not going to have the money they need to buy a weapon at the market in order to complete this mission. They're hoping a katana makes an appearance. Now, what we do know is that during the event phase, all of these weapons are going to get discarded except for the leftmost 2. These 2 smoke bombs are going to come fill the 2 6 mon spaces, and then 3 other weapons will make an appearance. So we know smoke bombs are going to be available for 6 mon this round, but we don't know what else is going to be coming out. Still, purple knows that if a katana does come out, it's going to cost them 8 mon. And right now, if they bid 12, they're going to be left with 7 mon. They're not sure if they want to bid for an annex at this point. So they're going to pass. Yellow needs a dojo to complete the bonus for this yellow mission. But this yellow mission requires a lot of weapons. Yellow really hasn't done much with weapons yet. Now down here, yellow needs a bow in order to complete this mission, and they need poison to complete the bonus. So they also were more interested in weapons, less interested in an annex. So I think for now, yellow is going to pass as well. So it comes back to red, who can bid 12 to take the annex. Now that's a very good price for an annex during the bidding phase. They know if they pass, green's going to get it for a steal. Still, red really feels they desperately need a third worker. They're going to pass as well. They're going to let green win the auction at 11 mon, which is really a bargain price for an annex. So green pays 11 mon, and now they have to choose what type of annex they want, and they are going to go for a sacred garden. They score 2 prestige points for that sacred garden, and now the bidding marker is placed over here in the annex section, so they are out of the bidding phase, and we're back to red, who is at the top of the bidding order. Red, I think, still wants to try to narrow the field, so they're going to put weapons up for auction. Well, we know that purple is very interested in weapons. Again, doesn't want to overbid, because at this point, for all intents and purposes, blue is out of this bidding phase. Notice blue has been passed over in that last auction because they only have 4 mon, so they couldn't possibly bid. And if purple bids 4 for weapons, again, blue's going to be out of it. So really, we're talking about 3 players who are bidding for weapons: red, purple, and yellow. And we already know that purple and yellow are both very much interested in weapons. Purple doesn't want to overpay, so they're going to bid 4 and test the waters. Now it's yellow. Well, unbeknownst to purple, yellow too is very much interested in weapons. They're willing to go to 5. Back to red, who can bid 6, who could certainly use some weapons, but again, wants to hold out for the weaponsmith, so they're going to pass. And yellow is getting a choice of one of 3 weapons at a cost of 5 mon. A blowgun, a katana, and a shuriken. Up here, they need a katana or a blowgun, and down here they need poison to complete the bonus. So it's really between the blowgun and the katana. There are 2 blowguns already in the discard pile. There is a katana here that's about to go into the discard pile. And there's more smoke bombs that are going to come into the go into the discard pile. It's really a toss-up. I think we're going to take the katana for now. Now back to red. I think red is ready to go ahead and start an auction for the weaponsmith. Minimum bid is 3. Purple, who already has 3 workers, of course wouldn't mind getting a weaponsmith, certainly doesn't want red to have it at a price of 3, so they're going to try to squeeze them a little bit. They don't want to bid too high, but they don't want to bid too low either. Remember, the cost of recruiting down here is 7 mon. I think they're going to raise the bid to 9 and see if red's willing to pay 10. So we're back to red. Well, with only 2 disciples, they really need it. I think they're going to go ahead and pay the 10 for the weaponsmith. Now there are only 2 players left on the bidding track, purple and blue. If purple started an auction on Geisha, they would automatically get it at a price of 5, which is just a great deal. But they really don't need a second Geisha at this point. I think they're going to open an auction for action cards. So now it's up to blue. For the first time, blue can actually participate here. They can bid all 4 of their mon if they want to. But remember, blue's not interested in action cards. Blue is interested in getting a green mission card, unbeknownst to purple. So blue is going to pass, and that's going to allow purple to only pay 3 and get a choice of 3 action cards. So a choice between Pilgrim, which provides you with a virtual blessing. Friendly Neighbors, well, we saw that card last round, provides you with 5 mon, gives everybody else 2 mon. And Walls Have Ears, which is an action card you can play to cancel another player's action card. Well, purple's not thrilled with this choice, but and the fact they already have a blessing, so they don't really need Pilgrim, but they figure they're going to spend the blessing at some point, possibly to complete this green mission down here. So they'll take Pilgrim so they have a virtual blessing and don't have to worry about going to the Temple District to get one. So finally, we're at blue. And blue, remember, wanted to bid 3 so they could take another green mission. They will get a choice of 3. So we have kill Thomas the Altar Boy. They have escort Daimyo Matuto to his place of exile. This requires you be at the Gates District. This requires a blowgun, which blue does not have. And then there's this one over here, Kidnap Sayuri, which requires a fighting clause to complete the bonus. This bonus provides a blessing, but they already have a blessing. In order to fully complete this mission, you have to have 2 disciples at the Gates District. That's pretty difficult to come by. However, blue does have the Enforcer action card, which allows you to place in the Gates District, even if you're locked out of it. I think blue's going to take this middle green mission card. Now, of course, they now have 5 mission cards in their hand. They have to discard 1. I think for now, because they feel they just need as much money as they can get their hands on and as easily as possible, they're going to dump their red mission card for now. Now it's the event phase. Shogun visits the Emperor. No player may visit the Shogun this round to gain 1 prestige point. That is the first action space in the castle, so that is temporarily blocked off with a placeholder token. And we can now set that aside, and we can see what weapons came out. So now smoke bombs totally populate the market. And there are already 2 smoke bombs in the discard pile, so that's all the smoke bombs we're going to see for a while. There are only 5 of each weapon in the bag. This round and next round might be the best time to get your hands on smoke bombs if you want them at 6 rather than at 8. Somebody was looking for a katana, and there is a katana out here for 8. Let's see how things play out here. We're in the assignment phase at this point. Oh, we should probably also take a moment to review which Teahouse characters have come out. Now, we didn't play with the Teahouse module the first round because we were blocked from doing so due to the event card. Now we are playing with the Teahouse characters, and you always draw 1 plus the number of players, but a minimum of 4 characters, and place them on display. The Carpenter, who provides a 3 mon discount when bidding for an annex or buying one in the Tavern District. The Palace Guard, who counts as having a disciple in the Castle District for purposes of completing a mission. The Storyteller, when completing a mission, you may convert 5 mon gained from the mission into 1 prestige point. So that's basically the same benefit that the female samurai provides. Next, we have the Fisherman. Fisherman counts as an extra location in the harbor. Only you may use this location, and you may still use it even if the harbor is inaccessible for any reason. Down here we have the Harbor Master. The Harbor Master takes control of the Harbor District and requires that any other player resolving an action there have to pay the Harbor Master 1 mon. The only player who does not have to pay the Harbor Master 1 mon is a player who possibly owns the Fisherman. The Fisherman ignores the Harbor Master ability. Finally, we have the Shogun's Wife that provides you a one-time bonus to one of your actions. You receive an additional prestige point when you visit the Shogun for it over here, but of course that location is blocked off. at least this round. It won't be blocked off next round. Remember, any character you recruit this round won't be available to you until next round. Shogun's Wife also allows you to draw 3 missions and keep 1 when visiting the Bakufu, these 2 spaces of the castle district, where you go to simply draw 1 card. If you go there with the Shogun's Wife, you get to draw 3 instead and keep 1, discarding the other 2. Okay, so that's what's available in the tea house. Now Red is ready to choose a disciple and assign it to a space. The other thing we need to be aware of is that the watch patrolman is going to be headed for the market district during the watch patrol phase unless somebody messes with the watch patrol using an action card. That's going to be a big pain because a lot of players I know want to buy a weapon from the market this round, so that may turn out to be a problem. Well, Red is one of those players who wants a katana, and they don't want to be in the Gates district in order to complete this mission. They would like to place a disciple in the Gates district and a disciple in the market district in order to buy that katana for 8. They may have to use their blackmail card. Oh, they have an action card here called Halt that allows you to stop the watch patrol in its tracks. The watch patrol still moves 1 space, but then if you play Halt during the watch patrol phase, the watch patrol phase immediately stops and nobody gets arrested. So Red has 2 outs and is protected. Given that, I think this is their primary mission that they want to complete. Now, in order to complete the bonus, they would need a Yashiki mansion. They do have the blessing. Right now, they're focused more so on getting a katana and getting into the Gates district. Well, we know that it's harder to get into the Gates district usually than it is to get into the market, at least during the early rounds when everybody is very much interested in getting extra workers. So I think for now, Red is going to place a disciple in the Gates district. Now it's Green's turn. So Green has 2 missions here. Green wants to be in the market and have smoke bombs. They have a ninja. The ninja can't get arrested, so they can plan on placing the ninja in the market to get the smoke bombs. But then if they place another disciple in the market, they would need to use their blackmail card to protect it. Green's certainly interested in completing this mission because it's going to take the disciple they use to complete the mission and convert it into a messenger. They have the Sacred Garden they need to complete the bonus, but the bonus is kind of dreary. It only provides 3 mon and a random weapon from the market. Question is, is Green more interested in going to the Gates district or more interested in using their blackmail card and going to the market district? They would have to send 2 disciples to the market district. They're not even sure if they'll be able to pull that off. I think for now, they're going to move one of their disciples into the Gates district. Again, thinking that that's going to be the one that fills up more quickly. Now it's Purple's turn. Oh, so Purple has an action card down here called Scrap Dealer that allows you to dig out a weapon from the discard pile. Purple needs a katana. There is a katana in the discard pile. Over here they need a bow and some rope. There are 2 bows in the discard pile. Currently no rope there. They are more interested in getting the katana at this point, so they are going to play their Scrap Dealer action card, and they're going to take the katana out of the discard pile. And now all of a sudden, this mission is available to them. They just need to be in the Tavern district to complete it, at least to complete the top half. They need a weapons school in order to complete the bottom half. They also want to complete this mission. They have the geisha. They just need to be in the red light district. They also need to be in the castle. Now this one pays 12 mon and 1 prestige point. This one converts your disciple into a male samurai. The male samurai has an ability that provides you with an extra prestige point anytime you complete a mission using the male samurai. To complete the bonus here, we're in need of a weapon school, which of course purple does not have. For the time being, this is probably the easier of the 2 missions for them to complete. I think they are going to place one of their disciples in the red light district. Okay, yellow. Well, yellow needs a boatload of weapons for this mission. They need a bow for this mission and poison to complete the bonus. So these two missions, this may be the easier one for yellow to complete. Yellow doesn't have their blessing either. They're going to have a hard time completing either of these missions this round. That makes them a little nervous about placing in the market, especially since they'd have to use their blackmail card. If they see that there's only 1 space left in the Gates district, I think they want to reserve that space for now. They're not sure if they're going to be completing any missions this round. Blue, of course, has the Enforcer, and blue is desperately in need of money. Now, they've got a bunch of missions here they could potentially complete. If they can get into the Gates district with 2 disciples, well, that's not going to happen. Right now, they're locked out of the Gates district. They could play their Enforcer to place a disciple there. That would allow them to complete the top half of this mission, but not the bonus. They would need a 2nd disciple in the Gates district in order to complete the bonus for this mission. Here, they need to be in the Temple district to complete this mission. And down here, this one's pretty much ready to go. They need to be in the Temple district. They've got the blessing. They need a Sacred Garden, which they don't have. However, they're the generous that makes use of other players' annexes. And we know another player just built a Sacred Garden. I think for now, they're going to play their Enforcer card. And they are going to use one of their disciples and place it in a phantom space in the Gates district. So the Enforcer action card lets them do that. Now we're back at the top of the turn order. Red wants to buy the katana at the market. They're also thinking about getting a Yashiki mansion from the tavern. And essentially, they could kind of get that for free. They would pay 11 for it, but the bonus here that the Yashiki Mansion grants you is 11 mon, so it literally pays for itself. So red is going to take one of their disciples and place it in the tavern district. Now it's green's turn. We know that green wanted to get smoke bombs, so green is going to take their ninja who can't be arrested and go into the market to buy smoke bombs. Now it's purple's turn to place a disciple, so they're all set here. They want to be in the castle to get this extra nickel, but if they go to the tavern, they could potentially build the weapon school that they need. I think they're going to place in the tavern. It might be more sensible for them to go to the market. It's really a toss-up. I think for now they're going to go, I think knowing that the market's going to be probably okay because of the threat of the watch patrol, I don't think they think that too many players are going to go there. So for now they're going to place in the tavern. Yellow wanted to build a dojo to complete the bonus for this mission. I think for now they're going to take the one remaining space in the tavern. Well, blue can't get a second disciple into the Gates district, so they're not going to get the bonus for this mission. They've got everything they need to complete this mission. They just need to have somebody in the Temple District. So they are going to take a disciple and place it in the Temple District. Red wants a katana from the market as well. I can't remember. I mean, how many people want a katana from the market? Red has the Halt action card that can protect them from the Watch Patrol. They are going to place their weaponsmith up here in the market with plans to buy the katana if they can pull it off. Now it's Green's turn. Are they going to place another disciple there in the market in order to complete this mission? Alternatively, they might consider placing the disciple in the Bakufu of the castle in order to get another mission card, because they could really make use of a third at this point. If they go into the market, they figure they are going to have to use their blackmail card. Is it worth it to them to use that disciple in the market and convert it into a messenger? When the messenger completes a mission, the messenger allows you to draw a new mission from a deck of your choice. Green is going to place in the one remaining space of the market. Now it's Purple's turn. Well, in order to complete the bonus for this mission and get an extra 5 mon, they need to be in the castle. They could go here to get another mission card. They could go down here into the Bower and use that disciple not only to fill this part of the mission, but also to get them into first position of the turn order. Now there's a little bit of a risk if they do that, because if another player goes into the Bower as well, and that player activates before Purple's had a chance to complete this mission, then that's going to kick Purple out of the Bower before they can make use of their disciple there. Remember, the first player to activate it in the Bower causes all players to activate it in the Bower and remove their disciples at that time. However, given the fact that most of the disciples have already been placed, I think Purple's willing to risk it. They are going to go and place their female samurai into the Bower of the castle. Now it's Yellow's turn. They also have a female samurai waiting to be placed. They have their disciple in the Gates District, which they might use to recruit the weaponsmith. They're in the tavern because they wanted to possibly build a dojo. If they do those two things, that's going to cost them 11 mon here and 7 mon over here for a total of 18. You know what? I think they're going to place their female samurai in the harbor with the intent of taking the 3 mon from the church. Blue's turn. This may be the last disciple to place before the Watch Patrol. Blue needs a second disciple in the Temple District to complete this mission. It's worth 5 mon, and they desperately need money. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to put another disciple in the Temple District. Watch Patrol phase. The Watch Patrol moves into the market as expected, and now Red has to decide if they want to play Halt. I think they're going to use Halt, and they are going to stop the Watch Patrol, and no one's going to get arrested. And now it's the trading phase, and my program alerts me that Red, who is over here in the market district, sees that Green has fighting claws in their clan house. Red can make use of those fighting claws. Now, they don't know if Green needs those fighting claws for something else. They know that they used the fighting claws last round to complete a mission. Red is the one who's planning to recruit over here for 7, possibly build a dojo over here for 11. Maybe it was a mansion. They already own a dojo. Also, they're up here for purposes of buying the katana. I don't think they can afford to give Green anything they might want in exchange for their fighting claws, so they don't even bother making an offer. And that's pretty much it for the trading phase, so we're going to move on into the action phase now. I think at this point, Red wants to get that katana first before anybody else takes it. So they're going to buy a weapon, and they're going to pay 8 mon for this katana. That'll leave them with 14 mon. Green wasn't interested in the katana. They're interested in the smoke bombs. So they're going to activate their ninja to buy the smoke bombs. Now this mission is ready to be completed. Purple's the one in the red light district in order to complete this mission. So they are going to activate this disciple and complete this mission. This mission says, learn who asked for a private audience with the Shogun. Our inside man at the Palace Guard informs us that the Shogun regularly receives a masked visitor. Find out who hides behind that mask. You need to be in the red light district with the disciple who is completing this mission. You need to pay a mon up front. However, purple is the tenacious. They're not going to have to pay that mon. You score 1 prestige point, gain 7 mon. And as a bonus, if you're in the castle, which purple is, you gain an additional 5 mon. So purple is ready to complete this mission. Takes them up to 29 mon and 5 prestige points. Yellow had a bunch of things they wanted to do this round. Recruiting and possibly building over here. For now, I think they're going to just activate this female samurai to steal the money from the church. So that'll boost them up from 21 to 24 mon. So blue has 3 missions they potentially want to complete now. So they are going to activate their blue disciple in the Gates district to complete this mission. Now they can't complete the bonus, but they can complete the top half, which says escort Daimyo Matuto to his place of exile in Dewa province. There is no honor to be gained by this mission. Quite the contrary. It is a disgrace for our clan to be seen in the company of the renegade Daimyo Matuto. Unfortunately, we cannot go against the orders of the Shogun yet. Make sure Matuto reaches his place of exile in one piece. Requires that we're in the Gates district, so we're going to lose 1 prestige, but in return, we're going to get a cool 13 mon, which blue desperately needs. Remember, you would have needed to have a second disciple in the Gates district in order to get the bonus of the blessing. However, blue doesn't need the bonus. They already have a blessing, so they really wouldn't have been able to make use of that anyway. Red's turn. Red was over here because they wanted to build a Yashiki mansion. So they are going to activate, they're going to build an annex, and they're going to build a Yashiki mansion, costing them 11 mon for now. Also scores them 2 points. Green is in the market because they wanted to buy smoke bombs. No, they already bought the smoke bombs. They want to be in the market in order to complete that mission. I think they're ready to go here. So they are going to activate their disciple in the market and complete this mission. So this is going to convert their disciple into a messenger, and it's going to provide them with 3 mon and a weapon at random from the market, which is most likely going to be smoke bombs, the last thing they need. Actually, anything they get from the market is going to be a waste at this point, because they already have fighting claws, and they already have smoke bombs. That's too bad. They got another smoke bomb. But they do now have a messenger and a ninja, as well as their other disciple in the Gates district. Purple's turn. Purple has their katana. They're ready to complete this mission. They don't have the weapon school they need for purposes of the bonus, but this will allow them to convert their disciple in the tavern into a male samurai. Remember, their special ability is that when a male samurai completes a mission, they score you 1 prestige point over and above anything that the mission provides, even if the mission doesn't provide prestige points. So now they have a disciple and a male samurai, in addition to their female samurai waiting to be played in the bower. Yellow's turn. Yellow is the player who wasn't able to do much of anything mission-wise this round. They wanted to activate this disciple in order to build a dojo. However, building the dojo this round isn't going to help them this round. So what if they were to put off building the dojo until next round, and they use this disciple to recruit the carpenter, which will give them a discount of 3 next round when they're ready to bid or buy an annex. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to actually recruit the carpenter. So they take the carpenter into their possession, they place it face down, and at the beginning of the next round, they'll place it face up, and then it will become active for that round. So they're going to recruit a character and take the carpenter. Blue has 2 disciples in the temple district. They're going to plan on completing both of these missions. Question is, which one do they want to complete with the disciple? I think they want to complete this one with the disciple, use their female samurai on the mission that could provide more mon. So this mission is going to provide them with 5, bringing them up from 14 to 19. Remember, they started this round with a measly 4 mon. So they've really made a comeback money-wise. Still, they're way in the basement with only 1 prestige point, which is, of course, is the name of the game. They're going to use their disciple to complete that mission, bringing him up to 19 mon. Red wanted to activate this disciple in the Gates district to complete this mission. Let's take a look at it. It's accompanied Daimyo Takeshi on his visit to the Emperor. Daimyo Takeshi has asked our clan to accompany him on his visit to the Emperor. This is an excellent opportunity to establish connections with the Imperial Court. You have been given the honor of representing our clan. You need to be in the Gates district with a katana. You score 1 prestige point and gain 5 mon. And if you have a Yashiki Mansion, which red does, and a blessing, which red does, you have to pay the blessing, but you get 1 point, you gain 15 mon, and an action card. This is, I think, may be the first yellow mission that any player is completing. I'm not sure about it, but it may be. Yes, indeed. They're up to 23 mon and 8 prestige points. Green's turn. Green has a disciple in the Gates district. Green has 12 mon. They were thinking of using this green disciple to gain a weaponsmith, or they could gain the female samurai. They have neither of those 2. They only have 12 mon. It's going to bring them down to 5. But really, that was the purpose of going into the Gates district. It could be a risky move for them going into round 3 with only 5 mon, but they are going to recruit a specialist. They have their choice of either the female samurai or the weaponsmith. I think they're going to take the female samurai because that's the specialist token that's about to fall off the edge of the board. So that's the one they're going to take for now. So they're now at 5 mon and 7 prestige points. Purple wants to activate the Bower and change the turn order. That will put them in first place, and the turn order takes effect immediately, which means red is going to be up next. But red doesn't have any disciples remaining, nor does green. It's just yellow and blue at this point. Yellow is in the Gates district. They were looking at recruiting the weaponsmith. She's going to do that. So now yellow has 2 disciples, a female samurai and a weaponsmith, but really needs weapons. That's what yellow needs most of all. Last disciple to be activated is blue's female samurai in the temple district. They're going to be completing this mission, which is learn who will be present at the morning ceremony. We would like to take a discreet look at some of Daimyo Ishiro's personal letters. Unfortunately, he rarely leaves his mansion. Perhaps he will make an exception for the morning ceremony. Find out if he will attend. Requires that you be in the temple district, that you pay a blessing, which blue has. Scores you 1 prestige point and gains you 5 mon. And if you have a sacred garden, which blue does not have, but blue is the generous, remember, and therefore can take advantage of another player's sacred garden, which they do, they are going to refill the blessing that they just spent with another blessing and gain an additional 5 mon. So they are completing this mission. And because they completed the mission with their female samurai, they can convert the money they just made, which I think was 10 mon, into prestige points. Well, considering that blue is trailing the field here, and now they have 9 mon, when before they came into this round with only 4, I think they are willing to convert. So they are going to convert probably all 10 of the mon into 2 prestige points. So that at least puts them back into the game. They're tied for last place. Still, that's not a bad place to be. That's certainly better than trailing the field. That will end the round. We'll go into the preparation phase for round 3. So green only has 5 mon. They have the option to egress if they want and take 3. What does green need? Well, at this point, green needs missions. They may actually just want to hold out and pay 3 mon to have a choice of 3 missions to choose from. I think green is going to choose not to egress, so all 5 players are in it. The next specialist token that came out up here is one that provides a choice. A messenger who completes a mission immediately draws a new mission card of your choice to replace it, or can use this to get a monk. A monk who completes a mission provides a virtual blessing. For now, I'm going to close out. Thanks for watching. If you saw something that was an error, or you have any questions about Yedo, the Deluxe Master Set, by all means, post your question in the show notes or your comments. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.